Oh my
in
god,
English,
I got that so many times.
I hated that. I would probably choose to go to America again and experience the bullying again too. Yes. 皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Let's Ask Shogo. I'm Shogo. On the other side of the camera, I have my wife Harumi.
Hi.
And this over here is my best friend Kazu.
Hi guys.
Yay! So Kazu is my best friend from high school, and we belong to a class called the International Communication course, which was just one class in the whole grade. So we've been friends for like 12 years now.
Yeah, about 12
Yep.
years.
I used to live in Michigan for 6 years, as you know, and my best friend Kazu, he has lived in Michigan for 4 years.
Yeah, 4.
And in Thailand for 3?
3.5, 4-ish.
All 4-ish years too, so we're both returnees.
Yep.
Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit more? Anything to add?
I check
Right,
the
yeah.
content of this channel.
So I kind of make the script, he checks it, we shoot it, I edit it, Harumi makes thumbnails, and she does family vlog editing as well. So the three of us kind of work together to make the videos. So today what we're going to be doing is, again, Kazu and I are both returnees. We lived abroad when we were small and came back to Japan. There are some things that returnees share as an experience or do, so we're going to be reacting to 10 things that returnees do and experience while we have some ABC beer. Right. Wait. Do both of the people say it together? Or?
No. You say ma.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I go otto.
Okay.
Ma.
Alright. Hey,
Kanpai.
goodbye.
出た。いやこの動画。
I love his style. Yeah, it's perfect. Then let's get started. Number 1. People ask you to speak in English.
Oh, this is
This is something that happens so often.
one of the
Yeah.
most painful ones.
Yep,
Oh.
definitely.
Mm.
Yes.
If you're a returnee, the Japanese people, or usually students around you, they will say, hey, say something in English.
Yeah, that's right.
And, I think everyone who has experienced this would be like, okay, what am I supposed to say?
Like you don't talk on your own.
I know.
Like you're standing there and talking on your own. It's so weird.
What's really weird is that even though you say something, there's no way that they would actually comprehend what you're saying.
That is the worst part.
I know.
They'd come up to me and say, like, say something in English. I would like say, hi, my name is Shogo. I used to live in America. I'm from Hiroshima. I was born in Kyoto. And they'd be like, it's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, you don't know if it's good or not. You don't even know.
Yeah,
You can't judge it if it's good or not. What was this time for?
I guess nice people would say something like yourself
Yeah,
would say
yeah.
like an introduction, right?
100%.
I would
yeah.
say something like, hi, my name is Kazu, get out of my face. Why are we even having this conversation? And they'll be like, oh, wow, that's really good. And I'll be like, I know, right?
That'd be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
so I'm like the mean kid, okay?
But I always hated the reaction of him.
Yeah, I know, it's like,
they don't understand anything.
yeah, they ask you to do something and we do it and then they're like not satisfied with it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, oh, okay.
Because they can never be satisfied.
I know, it's so weird.
Like, I think you said you had the same experience too, because you're Chinese, right? And you can speak Chinese, so I mean, you're not a returnee, but
英語圏以外の人あるあるだと思うんだけど、
うん
英語で言ってって言われるの。
that's right. Because like, I saw this on a YouTube video.
Oh,
There was a returnee that went to Spain.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So-
and then she came back to Japan. She said, "I'm a returnee," and then people like speak in English. Like I never spoken English in Spain.
It's like Spanish.
I spoke Spanish. Yeah, that's something that happens, right? It's a bad habit that Japanese people have.
I guess kind of in a Japanese education system,
Mhm.
if you say that you were in another country,
Yeah.
they would automatically think that it's an English
English-speaking country. It's the Japanese word we say kaigai.
Yeah.
Kaigai is
overseas,
almost-
right?
it means overseas, but we're always talking about America usually.
Yeah.
あー
Yes.
そうだね
So we didn't have that trouble, but yeah, I've heard a lot of people who had that trouble.
That must be so frustrating.
So they have to explain it every time. No, I used to live in Spain, so I don't speak English. I speak Spanish. I had to explain it every time. Yeah. Then next, number 2. People misunderstanding your English skills. Difficult nouns and use it as a dictionary.
Yes.
This is definitely something I wanted to share.
Yeah, I got that a lot too.
Yeah.
Since I came back when I was in second grade elementary school, the vocabulary isn't that rich. Japanese kids would say something really difficult,
Yeah.
and they go like, "What do you say that in English?" And I'm like,
How would I know?
And then they were like, "Huh, you don't know anything."
Yeah, that's right. I hated that reaction. I came back when I was in 5th grade. And in class in social studies,
Yeah.
we were talking about kokkai, political things.
Yeah.
In America, the political system and the Japanese political system are completely,
completely
different.
different,
So you have different names for each things, and they're like, they come up to you and like, how do you say kokkai in English? And I'm like, kokkai? What is kokkai in the first place? I don't even know what that is.
There is no kokai in
America.
America.
So I didn't know how to say that. So I hated those questions. Especially, people would come up to me and ask me like, what's the longest noun
Oh my
in
god,
English?
I got that so many
I
times.
hated that. I'm not a professor of English language. How would I know that?
I got that so many times
I
too.
hated that. I was in 5th grade. And then there is that movie though.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah, Mary Poppins. Super.
Califragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah.
So I always had to talk about
Yeah,
that.
I would say that too.
That's not a real noun though. That's not a real noun.
Yeah.
Then number 3, teachers make you read everything in English class.
そうなんや。
Yeah, this is something that happens. So in English class, like in Japan, you have the textbooks obviously, and there's like, hi Bob, how are you there?
No, stop. There might be some viewers that
The Japanese teachers, they might be skilled in vocabulary, in grammar maybe, but they're not really good at pronunciation. Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, it's impossible to be like us, but because they're embarrassed to read the textbook in front of us, like my teacher, they will only use the CD that had the recordings in it, or they would make me stand up and read the textbook every single class. Really, it happened.
めっちゃ嫌じゃん。
That, kind of becomes the reason why you get bullied, because it looks like you're showing off, you're the second teacher. Yeah, and the English teachers don't care about that too much. They don't really realize that it's kind of hurting us, but it's every story has a new vocabulary list, right?
Section.
And then I had to read everything, and the classmates will say it after me. And then the classmates will eventually think what is this guy boasting about? This guy is so standing out, and he thinks he knows everything about English. And I'm like, the teacher asked me to do it. I never asked for this. So yeah, it was really hard experience for me. Did you have anything like this yourself?
I think you just told my whole story.
That's what they say. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Instead of playing the whole CD recording, thanks.
Exactly.
It's just easier to tell, okay, Kazu, read this.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's that awkward moment that you have to wait for the CD to start moving.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, this was track 2. It's going to have to go track 1. That's there.
なんか英語嫌いになりそうだね、他の子たちが。すごい発音いい人がさ、同じクラスの友達としているからさ、自分は話すのやめとこうってなるし、英語嫌いになりそう。
And I don't have this on the list, but I really hated people telling me that, oh, you're a returnee, you don't have to study English at all.
Yeah,
I envy you so much. I really did not like that. I'm not here to say that we are the ones that put a lot of effort in our life, that kind of stuff, but we had our troubles in a different country. We had difficult times trying to adapt to new environments every time. Obviously, you can't just obtain second language from nothing, right? But people don't understand that. You were just living there, and you were just, spending time there, and you were able to miraculously speak a new language with no effort. They don't know how hard it is to be an Asian, a Japanese, and live in America, or maybe in Thailand, and being called different and everything. All right, then number 4. People ask you to sing English songs at karaoke. Yep.
For Japanese people, one of the most well-known English songs would be "Take Me Home, Country Road."
Oh, okay.
Or like something from the Beatles. Yeah, stuff like Yesterday. If they asked me to sing, there's nothing to hold back anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I like singing, so but then I sing and then they're like, yay. What did you expect? I mean,
It's like the same as the first question.
yeah. It's an English song. I sang it. So what?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's not gonna be any better than the original song.
Yeah,
Right?
obviously. Because having good pronunciation and singing well is completely different.
I know,
So
I know.
They expect you to have good pronunciation and also sing well at the same time. So that's like impossible.
I know.
Because I guess a lot of Japanese people, or like maybe most Asians, they kind of admire English singers.
Yeah, I guess
like
so.
Michael Jackson, they're almost like legend, And then you expect that when you have an fluent English speaker singing it, but you never live up to the expectations, so it's impossible, literally. In high school, I belonged to the chorus club. Obviously, everyone loved singing, but I really didn't listen to any English songs before I started going to karaoke with friends.
Yeah.
I was living in America, I wanted to listen to more Japanese songs. Because I wanted to be able to understand what people listen to, like what's popular, kind of wanted to blend in, So
yeah, I get that.
I had to practice. Oh, what's that song? Don't want to close my eyes.
Yeah, I don't want to close my eyes. Don't want to close my eyes.
I think, so I had to practice that just for the request from my friends at karaoke. And the song is so difficult.
I know.
Yeah. Do they ask you to sing Chinese songs
そうそう
though?
ある
They
ある
do?
いや英語みんな知ってる曲が多いからいいけどさ中国語で歌ってって言ったら知らないのよ相手、
確かにね。
で
そもそ
歌ってって言われるから、
も知らないから。
まあ、歌うじゃん、
Uh-huh.
知らないじゃんで冷めるじゃんなんか
The awkward moment.
そう
They ask you to sing, and then while you're singing, they start looking at their phones.
そう so true
Like, I didn't even want to sing this song.
I know.
So funny.
I could stay awake just to hear you.
高いからね。
Yeah.
The next, number 5, a little bit related to the songs again. People ask whether you understand English lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah. This is actually things that I experienced a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So there's like really popular songs, like it could be just Michael Jackson, Beatles, Ariana Grande. When it's played somewhere like inside a shop or something, they would ask me every time, do you understand everything they're saying? Like, do you understand everything they're singing? Yeah. Yes. Like, wow, it's so amazing. Like, you would understand everything if you listen to Japanese songs, right? That's so obvious, but they still ask me every time.
Oh, that's what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, I thought in a different way.
Yeah.
I would understand the words they're using, but I thought you meant like by the meaning of the song.
Oh, no,
Like, do you completely comprehend what the...
No,
singers are saying?
that's difficult.
I know,
yeah.
because a lot of songs usually have this kind of theme, right?
Yep.
And it's kind of basically easy to think about, oh, okay, this is about, love, or like, this is about family. But sometimes songs have really, really complex lyrics, right? So if I would be asked the same question, I'd be like, not really. I don't know what this song is talking about.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Exactly.
Okay, so as in the words, right?
You can understand which nouns they're saying, but
yes,
you don't understand what they mean, though.
Oh, okay, yes.
But that's like the same in any Japanese song too.
Oh, yeah,
exactly. So what they asked me was like, can you understand which nouns they're saying?
Oh,
that
okay,
kind of
okay,
meaning.
okay, then
That
yes,
kind of
yes,
meaning.
yes.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, but that is a really frequent question asked.
Exactly. Number 6, starting Japanese traditional things. Like traditional culture, traditional art. I found this on the internet when I looked up things or stuff that returnees do and experience. This was one of the top things that was on the list.
Okay.
Because you lived in a different country, you want to be as Japanese as possible.
Oh,
And then
okay.
people start doing Japanese traditional culture, like tea ceremonies, kendo, martial arts like that. So, like, I obviously am a person doing that, yep. But is it common though?
I don't know. I guess that wasn't something that happened for me.
Definitely not for you, for any of the other returnees that I know of.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of any other returnee that started like traditional things like except for me?
No, I don't think so.
We used to be a volunteer in YMCA, and we met a few of returnees that are younger than us, and they were definitely not doing anything either. So yeah, but it was on the list for so many other people.
I don't think it's that common.
Definitely not common. Yeah.
そんなイメージもないよね。
Yeah, and I didn't start doing traditional things because I was a returnee, you know.
Maybe it's because the parents kind of want their children
To be more Japanese.
Yeah,
kind
so
of?
they kind of adapt or quicker.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
so they kind of force themselves to do some kind of activity.
Like my brother, my younger brother that's 7 years younger than me, he did karate from the beginning of elementary school to the end of junior high. So like 9 years, almost 10 years. But he didn't do it because he's a returnee though. Yeah, it was because I experienced bullying in school. And my mother didn't want my younger brother to experience that too. So that's why he started karate. So that's not, well, maybe it is related?
I don't. It's,
But
it's hard to tell, but
Yeah, but the reason they talked about in the things that I looked up is because they wanted to be more Japanese. My brother didn't start for that reason. It's just kind of like self-defense kind of reason.
Yeah.
So
逆になんかダンスやったりとか。
yeah, that's right. They would actually go rather like
Yeah, the
opposite
foreign
way.
kind of activities,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. That's right.
Man, get that out of that.
Get that on the
Get
list then.
that out. Disqualified.
Disqualified.
Next.
All right then, 7. People ask you if you have shot a gun before.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I have got that so many times.
Maybe over 100 times.
Oh yeah, definitely yes.
Especially when you say you lived in America before. Yes.
Oh, I got that question probably like the second or third day I came back and went to school. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're from America? Have you ever shot a gun before? And I'm like, yeah, I killed like 2 people. No, I would be like, no, I'm in the 2nd grade. I'm like, what?
Like I was like 10 years old. Like, maximum was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I was like there from 5.
Yeah, I came back
10,
when I
11,
was 7.
yeah.
So, no 7-year-old would hold a gun and shoot. You know?
On his own.
Like,
No, that does not happen.
Like, you know, you have a day off, like on Saturday, you go like, oh man, what do you want to do today? I don't know, let's go shoot some guns. Yeah, that's what American kids do, right? That is so not true.
Have you seen a gun before when you're in America though?
Yes, I have seen a
I've
gun.
seen it once or twice.
Yeah, like,
but...
my neighbors were American, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, so they would have guns in the house.
Yeah.
I don't think they would like use it. They would just kind of like decorate it. And I have held one before. Like I think it was something like a field trip or something.
Okay.
We went to a police
That sounds fun.
we went to a precinct and we kind of listened to the police officers, you know, talk about their work. Yeah, we got to hold some guns.
That
Obviously,
sounds
there
cool.
aren't any bullets inside because you know I'm gonna be like,
Duh.
oh, this is so cool. Bye. Yes, I have held a gun before, but I've never shot one.
I have heard someone shooting one before. My best friend in America, they had a really, really huge land actually. Their house, their backyard was big as my elementary school. Actually,
Really?
It was huge. They loved cars and bikes. So they had a whole track for just for themselves. And sometimes it'll be like wild animals, like dogs.
Oh
or,
yeah,
they
like
would come-
foxes are really.
The foxes too. They sometimes have diseases or sicknesses.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So it's a
yeah.
little bit scary if they get too close to you. And they told me to get into the house because you know it's really scary, right? Yeah, you have to pick up a dead animal afterwards. So they told me to get inside, and then my best friend's father shot the fox or a dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I heard the gunshot actually before.
Wow.
But I've never held or like seen someone using it before.
Wow.
That's how far you can get though. Never
Yeah.
used it.
Yeah.
The Japanese people's image of guns in America, you know, it's probably from all the Hollywood movies.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, exactly. Then number 8, people ask you which country you prefer living in, which country you think you belong, and which country you want to die in. This is something.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me, especially the first one, prefer living in.
Oh really? I got the last one the most.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. Yeah, you can talk first. Go ahead.
So yeah, I have gotten questions where you want to live and where you kind of belong in. But yeah, the most frequently one I got is which one do you want to die in?
Really?
Yeah. So like the question kind of includes the where do you belong and where do you want to live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort
Like
of.
where do you want to spend your whole life in? Was the question they wanted to ask.
That's right.
Yeah. And I really couldn't answer that question. Because especially when I came back from America, I would really get confused because my body is Japanese, but my mind is American, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I really couldn't decide, which is better.
It's impossible.
I mean, all the fun memories are in America. So when I got that question, I'll be like,
You're not saying
yeah, I just like until they give up, right? They're like, never mind.
Never mind.
And I'll be like,
got that over with. Right.
What about you?
I think I got the most prefer living in kind of question. Actually, recently.
Oh, really?
Like, I used to work in tourism industry and I meet a lot of foreign travelers.
Yeah.
I always have to explain that I used to live in America because obviously they would recognize my pronunciation, my accent, right? And then they would ask me, did you like America or Japan more? I made a video about my experiences of bullying in Japanese schools. So, I had the same identity crisis you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So, when I was in America, I was told I was Japanese. So in my heart, even though I was speaking English, I knew I was Japanese. And then I went back to Japan, which is supposed to be my home country. And then people start calling me American. And, and they start bullying me because I'm American, right? So I was like, who am I supposed to be? So if people would ask me which do I prefer living in, back at that time, I would definitely say America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, just like you said, I had all the fun memories. In Japan, when I was young, I only had memories of being bullied, being kicked out of the group and everything. Right now, I don't know America anymore. My memories are like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
and
it's a totally
everything
different
is
country.
different
Yeah,
right now. But when I was small, I would usually say I used to prefer living in America more. Harumi, did you have these questions too? Or like Japan, China? I mean, you're fully Chinese.
Yeah.
But you were born and brought up in Japan.
So.
That's right. That's completely different
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah.
Did you have that question too?
大変はない。聞かれたことないな。
Prefer living in then.
とかどっちが好きってな。
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Living とかそんな具体的じゃないけど。
Would you like more?
Yeah, like more.
That's such a broad question.
日中の対立にかけて。
That's right, because China and Japan has a few
そうそう。
problems, like historical problems, political problems, yeah.
とかなんかサッカーとかオリンピックとかでどっちを応援するの？
That's interesting.
そう
Yeah.
どっちもだよみたいな。
Why do you have to just support one team?
どっちも嬉しいよみたいな。
Number 9. Japanese teachers don't know what to do with you. This is something that you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
So what did you want to say about this topic?
Usually there aren't many returnees. We were raised in completely different environments, culture environments. One thing that really happened to me that was really shocking is the education content was different. In America, we were learning about the continents. And I learned that there were 7 continents. But in Japan, I think the most broadly taught content is 5 continents.
5 continents, yeah.
So and when I came back to Japan, the teacher would pick me and say, "Okay, Kazu, how many continents are there?" And I would say 7. And the teacher would be like, "What?"
No.
And he was like, "No," and I'd be like, "What? No, there's 7." And the teacher would be like, "No, there's 5." And then all those, my classmates would be like, "Okay, what is he talking about?"
Okay.
Yeah, so like,
you would stand out a little
yeah,
bit.
and the teacher would kind of have to handle this different kid that has a different educational background. And unfortunately for that class, that term, there's on a 1 to 5 scale, 1 is the worst and 5 is the best.
Yeah.
I got 1 on that.
Really?
Yeah.
That teacher is mean.
Yeah, I know. So looking back, I guess that teacher was kind of bad. It was a bad teacher.
Yeah.
But I really had difficulties with a lot of different other teachers. That they kind of didn't know what to do with me. Like for English, they wouldn't actually have to teach me anything.
Yeah, that's right.
But I have to be in class and I have to do all these really, really easy
A, B,
yeah,
C.
A, B, C. Yeah. Like, okay, let's write the alphabetic.
Okay.
And I'm like, So yeah, that kind of was a really hard thing for me in school. Did you have kind of same difficulties?
No, I was too stupid probably. Shogo, how many continents are there? 2. I'm sorry, teacher, 10.
Oh, maybe it's blue.
That's what we call it. No, I really did not have a problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the teachers were really, really kind, actually. You know, when I was in elementary school, I experienced pretty bad bullying. Right?
Yeah.
But the teacher in my class was a really, really nice person, a woman. You know, she wasn't able to save me completely. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many kids. And in front of the teachers, they would act good. Yes. But she would come to me after school every day, come to ask me, did you experience anything today? Were you okay today? And she was really, really such a warm person. So I had a really good image of teachers because thanks to her.
Yeah.
It's all thanks to her. Yeah.
So that kind of differs from probably where you actually come back to.
Well, it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, the teacher you just talked about is really, really mean.
Uh-huh.
But in general, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Because most teachers, they have to do a lot of studying, they have to like take a lot of tests to become a teacher in Japan. They usually don't have that many chances to actually go abroad and experience those things. So they can't even imagine how it was living in a different country when you're young. So
let's just say I was a little bit unfortunate.
yeah, exactly. I think very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Then, last but not least, not being able to blend in school even though you're Japanese. Yep, this one's the last one. And a little bit heavy topic, but...
Okay, so first of all, before I start speaking, why don't you all just go watch Shogo's other videos?
Thanks for recommending. Good job.
So, if any of you have already seen Shogo's video about bullying, I've also had kind of similar events. It wasn't that severe. I mean, I didn't, kind of get like physically bullied.
Really?
It was mostly, kind of kicking me out of the group, calling me names and things like that. It is difficult for us to kind of blend in, but it's also, I guess, difficult for the kids who are already there, let us in their community, because they already have this group of members that they're already friendly with. And I think it depends on what age you come back.
That's right.
I came back when I was a second grade student. So I guess it was kind of easier to adapt in.
Yeah.
The
kids were still young.
Yeah, they're still young. The community still hasn't, completely been fixed. So kids around me were more, welcome to change. Actually, after I came back from America, I stayed in Japan for 2 years, and I went to Thailand next time.
After that, yeah.
Yeah, when I was in 4th grade, and came back when I was in 7th. Then I knew all the students that were already there.
Yep.
So the second time I came back, they were all really friendly to me. Oh, Kazu came back. How was it?
Yeah.
Luckily, I was really good with the children environment. Yeah, the teachers.
Not with the teachers.
Yeah, the teachers were crap. So my conclusion is, it is hard to adapt, but I don't think you really have to. You shouldn't try to push out all your colors, like say, I'm totally American. I'm different from you guys. You shouldn't say that. You should.
There
try
are a lot of people do that.
There are actually.
Yep.
But you should try to blend in, but not completely lose yourself.
Yeah.
Just try to be friendly, I guess. Is the best thing.
Yeah.
Well, which is the most difficult?
Of course. Yeah.
What do I hear? You want to talk about your bullying again?
So when I came back from America, I was already 11 years old, end of 5th grade. It was only like 2 or 3 months left. So, just like you said, the community was completely fixed.
Cool guys and the geeks.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's this new kid that comes, that lived in America, very different from like regular, newcomers. If you feel like a Japanese person that just came from a different prefecture, it wouldn't be such a problem.
Yeah.
They would kind of blend into some kind of group eventually. But I was such a weird person, someone that everyone never experienced before. Raised my hand in class. I would talk every time my teacher asked me opinions. No one had ever seen this kind of person before. So the timing was completely different from when you came back. So I had a much harder time, definitely. And what we were talking about earlier, as from my point of view, when I see other returnees, there's 2 patterns. One pattern is that they say, I grew up in a different culture than you guys. So I'm American. Yeah, I'm American. I'm cool. I dance. I eat hamburgers. I'm different from Washoku and from you guys Japanese.
How is eating a hamburger cool?
Let's not talk about that. It's just an example.
Okay.
It's just an example.
It's like, I eat hamburgers. Okay. You eat sushi, I eat hamburgers. It's so racist.
No, but they are racist though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they try to say that I'm different from you guys because they're afraid to try to blend in. Yes, that you need effort. You need courage to try to communicate with people, and they try to run away from that and say I'm different. I'm better than you. Yes, that's one pattern. The second pattern is trying to say that I did not live in a different country. That never happened. This never happened. I will never speak English, and I am with you guys. I am Japanese. Don't leave me out. That kind of pattern. I've seen that many times too.
Actually, I would say I was the latter.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like in English class, like in the previous questions, they would say like the teacher would ask you to read everything in English class, and that was so true. But I would try to not sound so American. For the word apple, I wouldn't say apple. I would say apple. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I don't want to push out all my color, my personality. I would try to blend in as much as possible. Yeah.
So I try to go in between it. I don't want to push everyone away, but I don't want to blend in too much. It was like in my video, it's all thanks to my mother, I think. Yeah. She said that I should be proud of my experiences because it's something that even if you wanted that experience, it's not something that you can always gain.
Yeah.
You have to be very lucky to be able to get that experience. So I'm lucky enough to be able to do this channel, work tourism industry and everything. So I'm very happy about it now. Like I'm pretty sure you're happy about it now.
Yeah,
right?
looking back, those times were hard. But
Exactly.
Overall, I guess I am one of the very few lucky people that actually got to have this experience. I'm definitely benefiting from it, especially like as even professionally. With my English skills. It is like once in a lifetime experience.
You know, I went to Beijing to study for 1 year, where I met Harumi. Yes, if I didn't have my English skills, I would have probably had a lot harder time trying to learn Chinese. I was able to adapt Chinese faster than other students too. So even if I were able to choose again, if I would go to America or not, like in the past with time slip back, I would probably choose to go to America again and experience the bullying again too. Yes. So then everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give us a like and give us some comments on what you thought about our experiences or returnees, yes, or anything that you experienced if you grew up in a different culture from where your family's roots are. Please give us some of your stories and your experiences, what you know about too. And our goal is to achieve 10,000 subscribers by July 2021. So your help is what we need. Thanks again, and I'll see you in our next video. どうもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。Thank you so much, everyone.